What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Boost podcast. It's your host, Dosia Mabo.
And Emma Mabo.
And shall we give an introduction to our Christmas tree? It's so pretty. Like, we put so much...
I know.
I wanted to say we put so much effort, but I think we did.
We did.
Like, it does look nice and it's festive in here. And we're still continuing dressing in Christmas outfits.
Yes, I have a green outfit today and she has red.
For those listening, we're wearing Christmas outfits for the whole of December. So all of our episodes, we're going to be wearing something red or green. I've had this jacket probably for the last however many years, but I absolutely love it.
So that looks really comfortable, by the way.
Yeah, it's very comfortable and it's very warm. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have any pockets, but it's very comfy. I think I got this about 2 years ago. I'm not sure where I got it from, actually.
I got this last week, and it's all right, I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's
like
warm.
Actually we're matching. I didn't notice that. It's
Yeah.
boat check.
Mine is more of like an ugly sweater, which I don't like. But
that is not an ugly sweater. That's not what you consider an ugly sweater.
I just don't like when clothes, like, we're not even going to get into it. But
okay.
yeah.
Well, can we talk about how like around this period or like I think actually way before like December, growing up, we would always like have our Christmas dresses ready and like, and just FYI, like we didn't have. Like when I see kids nowadays have like a whole bucket or a whole basin full of toys.
Yes.
We didn't have that.
We didn't have that. Literally, it was like when we were growing up, like I can't remember, and I've spoken to you about this. I can't remember from a certain age, like when we were babies and the toys and everything.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember anything about that.
I have a very vivid memory.
But
of that.
I know. That's what that's what I was like, I can't remember anything about toys and anything. But up until a certain age, maybe like 10, I can remember some of the stuff. And what I do remember was like around November-ish. That's when like the Christmas clothes start coming in.
Yeah.
And then like our sisters or dad will send money back home and we'll get like Christmas dresses.
Yeah.
Now, when you get a Christmas dress, your friends will never see that dress.
I have a story to tell them.
Tell me.
Okay, so our neighbors, there was one time, I think this must have been like 2007. That's how good my memory is.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember anything 2012. But go ahead.
That's how good my fucking memory is. Okay, it must have been about 2007. And the reason why I remember this is because I remember exactly how the class I was in and, my age and everything like that. Anyway, so... it was right before the recession, the 2008 recession, which you probably don't remember, but it was right before that. And I remember like our dad had just sent like this whole big ass thing of like Christmas clothes.
I think I remember.
Okay, anyway, so he had sent a whole bunch of like clothes and stuff like that, right? So we had this set and we have this, if I find this picture I will post it. It is horrendous. It was a set where like Carol and myself had the exact same set where it was these pants and then this huge shoes, which technically are back in fashion now.
Gato Sport.
Yeah, like those dad shoes.
It was called Gato
big ass
Sport.
shoes. So we had those, and then it was the A-shaped pants, which are back in fashion right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was that, and then we had like these little like they used to call them monkey jackets. I don't know what they call them now.
Cardigans.
No, it's not a cardigan. It's like a little short jacket. They used to call them monkey jackets.
And
you don't remember?
I remember what you're talking about, but like
jacket.
It's the crop jackets, right?
Yeah.
I thought they called us cardigans, but I don't think so.
No, a cardigan is kind of like what I'm wearing, but longer. It was that, and you had this skirt that you had on. Like, I promise you, I'm going to show you that picture. Anyways, the whole premise of me saying this story is that whenever we'd be at home in November, like my mom would always on a run, and we must have done this like tens and thousands of times within the month, right? But whenever we just feel excited for Christmas, she'd just be like, "Oh, go grab your Christmas clothes," and we'll lock up all the doors, close all the curtains,
windows,
like close everything, and just try on our Christmas clothes. And so one day we were doing that, and one of our neighbors came and like knocked on the door. They must have seen me or something like that, but we were freaking out, like we were stressing because we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks for Christmas," and they just saw my outfit. Like my outfit has to be revealed on the Christmas day. Like
it was a thing, though.
It was a thing.
It was a thing because
I was stressing about it.
Like, I remember the excitement that I used to have every single time that we had to try on the outfits. Like it was so much excitement every single time. And as I grew older, I lost interest. Not that I lost interest, but like I wasn't as excited as I was when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But those were good old times.
I know,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
they were great. And it was also this thing where like you had to think of, I guess right now, if you think about it, it's kind of like you going on Pinterest to create a mood board or like, like get inspo. But then like we had the whole year to choose a Christmas outfit because you get that one time
To pick that one Christmas outfit
where
and
like
one
my
New
mom would
Year
take
outfit.
us, exactly. She would take us to the shopping center, and we, that was your one free zone where you get whatever clothes you wanted to get, whatever shoes you wanted to get, and potentially toys. After a certain age, the toys kind of just
Toys kind of just,
yeah.
that's why I say I can't remember anything about the toys because it's
Yeah.
been such a long time for me.
There was one day that we went to the I can't talk. There was one day that we went to go shop, and you fainted because you.
I just thought about that right now. It's like you're reading my mind, dog. Like I literally just thought about that right now.
The next, like we were walking around the shopping center, right? Because it's kind of like a rodeo market, like an open air market. So it's like shop after shop, like open air shopping center. And we're walking around, and then the next thing, this fucker just starts to just do that, and like she collapses, and so there's this pastry back home that's called fish. I think it's fish pie or fish roll,
pie,
right? But what is the one that is like that? That's the roll. That's
It's
fish roll, right?
yeah.
There's this thing where like people walk around with buckets on their heads of whatever they're selling. It could be fish, fried fish, whatever. But pastries are a big thing back home. Anyway, so this one lady is right in the corner, right? She has her big old bucket on her head with a fish roll in it, and this fucker is over here just collapsing. And then the lady comes over, like maybe she's hungry, maybe she wants fish roll. My mom tells her to sit the bucket down, and this idiot is just eating those fish rolls, bro. Like she is just eating it. Tell me why she comes back to life, and she was just hungry the whole time. I was so pissed off because I was taken away from our time to do shopping. I'm gonna be like, of course you're hungry. Of course you're hungry.
Let me explain myself, okay? So when we went to the market, right, y'all had breakfast and y'all was eating pap, and when I was back home I didn't fucks with pap. That's what breakfast was. And so I didn't eat that pap that morning. And y'all ate. So I did not eat, but like I wasn't hungry.
Just for reference, pap is like custard.
It's like custard, right?
Yeah.
And they were eating that, but I didn't really like that when we were growing up. So and I think that was like around the time where I stopped liking certain shit. Like that was the time too that I stopped eating egusi pudding as well. But I didn't eat pap that morning. And then y'all ate, but I wasn't hungry because like when you have those butterflies in your stomach, like I was excited about my Christmas dress. So I couldn't worry about eating. Like I couldn't be bothered. So we get to the market and y'all are shopping for clothes, and a bitch, I had it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had it. I couldn't think no more. Like I was trying to hold it in because it was our turn to go inside and pick our own clothes because Karen and Vanessa got their clothes, and then she stopped by to get something, and then it was me and Dosia's turn to pick our clothes. And so I'm excited, but I was just weak. Like I was just falling. And I think what made it worse was that lady with her damn fish roll. It smelled good. And when you're hungry and you get the smell of food, your stomach starts doing things you don't understand. So I was just weak, and I passed out, and I just remember waking up full. You know what I'm saying? So I can't explain, but like that was crazy. Like my gosh.
I mean, but those were good memories. Like,
yeah.
I remember like we didn't really do much on Christmas. Like we kind of just walked around, like all the kids in the neighborhood, like, with all our outfits, like we knew where the shit.
Let me tell you something about them kids walking around. The shoes that were pulling up, they were scary. Like they used to have this, like, it's male dress shoes, right? And we used to call it pointinini. So the pointininis that were showing up were insane.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about
the pointininis that were showing up. Them shoes were so long up in the front, and some were like curvy like that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And them kids had pointininis, and then some had them big as like tennis shoes, but we used to call it gâteau sport. Them gâteau sports were so big, like it was horrible, And them kids were like,
I think my favorite toys that I got, like, or gifts during Christmas were like you remember those flip phones that I used to sing ay 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 those were my favorite.
Nah, if you're African, you definitely know it was some flip phones and ay ay ay.
There was other songs, but that's the only one
can't remember the other ones, but that was, and they even they came up with cookies that was the same, right? Didn't they come up with like like some kind of?
So it's like it's like I think they have that out here actually. So it's a cookie that like it's a shape of a phone, like a shape of the old Motorola,
the flip phone.
And it's not even the flip phones.
No,
remember the cookie? It literally looks like the old Motorola's.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and it has the numbers on it. No,
you talking about a cookie?
Yeah, yes. It's an actual cookie.
It's like an actual cookie,
but it has this. It has a size.
It has like the buttons and everything.
Yeah, for the numbers.
We need to find it on Amazon.
I know we need.
It tastes really good too.
It tastes really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is. I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next topic, but like I remember when I was probably about like, I want to say maybe 5 or it must have been 5 or 6. I got like mommy bought us bought me this one toy, right? And I don't know if you know this or not, but there is a toy on our roof back home right now. That toy belongs to me.
I remember that toy.
So like I got pissed off one day, right? And I literally went on our neighbors, like, you know, the fence. I went and stood on the fence and yeeted the toy on top of the roof because I got upset. So the toy must have hung on like on a nail or something like that on the roof. And like years, I'm speaking years went by. I became a teenager, and every time I'll go look on that roof, that toy is still there. It's one of those toys that like the middle is like a padding with like the cotton in the middle, and then like the hands and the legs are like the plastic. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But that toy is still on the roof. Like I wonder.
I bet it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
You know, because growing up, like I left Cameroon when I was 17, and the toy was still up there. You know what I'm saying?
Had seen it?
Yeah, obviously. Like we dry clothes in the back.
Oh yeah,
and so
true.
whenever
you
dry clothes like on the fence, you literally see the toys up there, and it's probably still there right now.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And that must have been like it's damn near 20 years.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
That has been up there. That's quick because I'm 25 right now, so that's 20 years.
Damn, you're 25.
I am 25. The fuck? Like,
damn,
you're 23 now.
My birthday just passed few days ago, and I turned 23. Like I'm a grown up, guys. You know,
a teenager no more.
I ain't no teenager no more.
Okay, so topic of the day though, let's talk about pickup lines.
When I think about that, I get the ick, because guys have told me the most nasty, icky things as a pickup line.
Well, give examples.
Let me see. What's the worst one?
Let's say like let's focus on like the ones back home. So we're gonna compare like in all of the conversations we're having today. We're gonna compare like the pickup lines back home versus the pickup lines here. So
even just the RIZZ back home.
Yeah,
the RIZZ is so. And I ain't even shitting on Cameroonian men. Yeah, I'm not saying none of that. But the RIZZ back home, it's just it's horrible, bro. Like,
they need to step
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you go to the market. I'm gonna paint a scenario, right? You go to the market and it's Christmas season, and you was getting guys talk to you during Christmas season. First of all, guys would talk to you during Christmas season because you know how you get your Christmas dress and everything. You need to get your hair done as well. So we had a spot called Bank Market, and there you have like a line of ladies that braid a shit ton of braiders.
They literally braid your hair. Like,
they braid your hair in
3 hours.
3 hours because it's like 5 or 6 of them on your hair at the same time, so you're in and out, you know. So the line where you have all these ladies, you have people that do nails as well, you have people that do lashes. So when you get in and get out, you're a different person. So when you get out and walk out of the little spot, there's bike men. There's like people that have scooters, you know, we used to call them bike men. So the people with the scooters are lined up. So when you're trying to get a scooter to take you back home, they're trying to RIZZ you up and get your numbers and shit. And bro, it was the worst, because let's say you have like 6 or 7 scooters and you're trying to get on one of them and the other ones are trying to pull you and you're like, leave me alone, but they're gonna cuss you the fuck out. They're gonna be like, see this woge. You know what I'm saying? Like, see this woge. You know what I'm saying?
The thing that's crazy is that the people that are even asking you are like,
yes,
I'm sorry, they're not it.
Yeah,
like,
and you see the bike man that is like, you know, he's trying to pull you and you're like, bro, leave me alone. And bro, they'll literally grab on your hand and like not let you go. Literally, they're holding on your hand like you're gonna hear what they're trying to say. And when you're like, bro, back up, let me go, they'll be like, see this woge. You didn't make hayom nasivity. Come on, you know, just
like you just made me remember something, right? So there I don't know if I don't know if it's still going on, but there's this trend on TikTok, right? I think it might still be going on. But there's this trend where like a lot of people do it the way they do it, like in different ways. But the whole gist of it is like when you give him a chance or when you give him your number, and then there's this like crazy scenarios that come up. So this one girl gave her number to this one dude, right? And I guess the dude just wanted to like have sex with her right away, and she was like whoa, like, you know, you're moving too fast. And this dude sends her a voicemail. I wish I could play it to you.
God.
He was like, oh, like, I don't even fuck Nigerian girls. Like, I'd be like, you know, like, you're not even like, and he's saying this in like Niger accent, like Niger pidgin. He was like, oh no, I don't even mess with Nigerian girls. Like if you're not even anything, you're not even pretty. Like if I want to mess with girls, like I'm messing with American girls or Puerto Rican girls. That I'm like,
see this aboki, bro. This aboki shine my shoe. Now aboki one call they talk to you like that, bro. Oh my gosh. Because it was the exact same thing back home. Because you see this dude, this dude is not even shit. But if you just tell him like, dude, leave me alone, like
they have their feelings hurt.
And their feelings are a little butt hurt. You see a little gremlin, you see the way he will talk to you, and you're gonna be like, bro, like what is going on?
Not
you know
little,
what I'm saying?
Not a little gremlin.
Because, you know, like the way they will talk to you is like, dog, like calm down. But yeah, like the RIZZ culture back home. But back to what we're saying, like the worst thing I've ever heard, I can't even remember. I've heard so many bad things. It's actually like icky.
For me, like I had a lot of guys really talking to me, but when I went to
Jesus, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sick. I can't control it. I can't even laugh. Like I'm fighting for dear life. I'm sorry.
For me, like I can't say the worst thing that happened to me, but like I had a lot of guys talk to me when I was in public school. Like in boarding school, we already have this, you know, we already know, like ain't nobody was asking me out in boarding school, but like in public school, I had
you had a resting bitch face. Let's add that there too before you keep it moving.
Maybe because I had a resting bitch face, that also maybe because people didn't want drama because they have said so. Anyways, but I had a lot of guys that were asking me out in public school, a lot of guys. And, you know, granted at the time I was in a relationship, shall I say a shitty relationship? I was in a relationship, but I would tell these guys that I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I was feeling myself back then. Like,
hell yeah.
I knew I was, you know, like in a relationship and like, but when those guys were asking me out, I was feeling myself. I was like, I'm the shit. But
hell yeah.
They like the way they did it is like it's almost like they had coordinated themselves to where like whenever like one is done talking to me, like there's another one coming like, oh yeah, do you have time? Like, can I talk to you?
You know what's crazy? Let me piggyback to what you just said, because like in as much as she was like the calm sister, I always been ratchet, and I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So when one of them guys, let's say, you remember how I was talking about the bike men, even when I was in school, they was trying to talk to me as well. If you know how you have like a calmer approach, and like you tell them like, nah, I'm good, I have a boyfriend, you know. But some of them are very persistent. That's what I'm saying. The RIZZ is so bad because they're very persistent. You can literally say you have a husband and pull out a ring, and they still gonna be in your face.
Oh yeah,
and
100%.
If I've told you leave me alone, and you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna get the ratchet out. Because I'm like, leave me alone. And then when they started like insult you, like, see this fat girl self, I'm gonna go back and forth with you. I'm like, oh, your mom is fat too. You know, because now your mom's gonna be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I remember like I went off on bike man. One had even pulled my hair. One had pulled my hair, say, see the rasta with your shiny skull. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa.
They
nigga.
pulled your hair?
Yes. Them bike men that in front of Bank Market, right? I had just done my braids. And you know them ladies back home, they're gonna pick you, they're gonna braid your thoughts and they'll braid your thoughts and your emotions. Like they pick every single grain of hair you have on you, right? And so I had just done my braids and I'm walking out of there. My skull was actually shiny, bro. Like my forehead was out. And so I step out and I'm walking out and this bag man's trying to pull me like, you know, get on my back, get on my back. I'm like, bro, leave me alone. And he's like, get on my back. I'm like, now wait, no, leave me. This bag mama finished me. He was like, see this wall, yeah, shiny skull. Come on it. I was like, whoa, like calm down now, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was back home, the RIZZ back home, like if they try to talk to you. And also we had like a junction, so we called it a junction, but like our neighborhood, it was like a hill. So when you descend, there's like a bunch of guys sitting in the bar and shit.
Well,
so
there's a lot of pubs over there.
there's
too.
a lot of pubs,
Yeah.
right? So in front of the pubs, there's guys that are sitting in the bar.
Yeah.
And I remember like walking down there, like I used to have a boyfriend at the time and he would always be in that bar. But when he's not and I'm walking down there, different guys over there will try to talk to me and shit. But like one thing about me, I know how to ignore as well, you know?
Yeah.
But when you ignore, they start making these weird noises and insulting you and just like saying some stuff. And it's like, you gotta have thick skin. But compared to the guys out here, it's not that much of a difference, to be
No,
fair.
it's not. Like, see, I think the only, honestly, I can only think of one. Like, I've been, like, obviously guys out here do the catcalling too, but like, I haven't experienced that many of it. Like, when I was in college, I only experienced one where like, but this nigga was trying to talk to me via email. He didn't even have a phone service. Yeah, like he didn't have a phone service at all. Like he was trying to talk to me through email.
You know, before we continue, you know the ickiest thing is you writing letters to your boyfriend with fucking pen and paper and putting under a tree. That I just remember that that was nasty. But
It's
go ahead.
not though. I think that I would still do that today. Like I would not put in the letter.
Would you write in a letter? Your boyfriend's right here. Would you write in a letter?
You will write letters to me?
I'll write letters and I'll leave it
Oh,
on like the table.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Planted somewhere like you did with that fucking guy. What the hell? You crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Cringy as fuck. Cringy as fuck.
Okay, I'm not saying for you to plant the letters anywhere. No. Why would we go plant the letters somewhere? The fuck?
I'm telling you, that's scary. You know?
No, I'm saying like I would write letters to you because I think it's a good way to communicate your feelings.
You
Writing
live with
letters.
somebody and you gonna wake up, hello, my boyfriend, thou art whatever the fuck y'all
No,
was saying.
okay, like there's a there was one time he actually pissed me off and like we didn't talk for the whole day, but like at the end of the day, or like I think it might have been the next day, he wrote, didn't you write me a letter? I still have that letter.
Yeah.
You wrote a letter to me.
I thought you were meaning your boyfriend back home.
No.
I thought he wrote a letter and an angry face. I'm gonna keep messing with her with this shit to the rest of her life. But
She wouldn't talk to me, so I was like, all right, cool, bro. Like, I'm gonna just write a letter and let you know how I'm feeling about the situation.
oh damn.
Well,
What I'm
yeah.
arguing about. And I was like, she's gonna read this letter. So I just put it there, and she woke up the next day and she read it, and then she called me and she was all like, okay, I'm ready to talk. And I was like, yeah.
Damn.
Well, yeah, because sometimes
Yeah.
like we, I do write letters and like, I do this thing where like, okay, I haven't done it in a while, but like I used to do this thing where like he would wake up to go to work earlier than I would, right? And whenever I'll clean the house in the evening, I'll just leave a note. Like whenever I pack his lunch or whatever, I'll leave a note in the morning so he sees that before he leaves for work. And I thought it was cute, wasn't it?
I actually like that. Waking
Waking up to like a
And
letter
seeing
and I'm
that-
sleeping.
I mean,
that's
that's-
my lunch right there, like on the counter or something like that, and then there'll be a note right next to it.
That's cute. I tell you what. This
Or
is
she put it in my lunchbox.
That's-
yeah,
that too.
yeah.
That-
I used to also do this thing where like I would hide letters like in like either in his clothes or in his lunchbox so he doesn't see it, and then you just randomly see it during the day.
that's cute. Let me tell you what. This is out of topic, right? You remember how you told me, I don't know if it's you or him, when he goes out to work, he gives you like a kiss on the jaw or something like
Yeah.
that before he goes. So Shits and Gigs had this segment that they was doing, and so it was a guy that does the same thing to his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
So one morning he's running late. You know how sometimes you run late to work? So he's running late and he just ran out. And this bitch gonna text him, I guess love don't live here no more. And I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on? She's like, I guess love don't live here no
No,
more.
I'm not gonna lie. I relate to her because like
And I was like, this is you?
I'm used to it. Like, how dare he leave the house without giving me a kiss?
Yeah,
like,
she
the
said,
hell?
I guess love don't live here no more. And I was like, whoa, bro, like, calm down.
No, like I relate. Whoever that girl is, I relate to her because like if he one day leaves the house without giving me a kiss, why?
Yeah.
What happened?
But yeah, the RIZZ here is not any different, you know. Like if the guy's feelings get butthurt a little bit. I remember this one, he told me he was like, you know how they be saying you're the tea to my something.
Yeah, the cockroach in my cupboard.
he
I
said
told him
some-
that one day and he was dying.
He says some nonsense to me, dog. Like
Oh,
so.
wait, I just thought of one too when they called you, Dewey. Is you remember when we were on a date and we were at the beach and that girl, she like broke her neck trying to like this girl she was lesbian or something like that. She was a dyke.
Damn.
She like broke her neck, turned around because Dewey was in a.
I was in a bikini, yeah.
And man, she broke her neck, turned around, looking at it, and she was like, "God damn, you got a fat head."
Damn.
And I was sitting right there,
Like, whoa.
and then I looked
We
at her,
were
like,
actually
"Hold on,
we
hold
were
on."
holding hands walking, and
Like-
like she
And
just
I turned
like
around and I was like, I thought that was a dude, right? So
Yeah.
I was about to fight this dude, like, what the fuck? And then there was a chick, and I was like,
Damn.
I have to fight a chick.
Like-
But it was so funny, and it caught me off guard so much.
It's like I gotta fight guys and girls to know. Like what's up?
Man, what's going on?
yeah.
That's
I was
crazy.
wearing it was on Venice. I was wearing like a neon
I think I
bridal suit.
remember that. I
Yeah.
remember the picture, and I'm
And
like, you're out here collecting
what's
guys
crazy?
and girls.
Do you know what's
Period.
crazy? Like he had actually told me like, oh, don't you want to like, because like when I went to the beach, I had like my little shorts, but it was really hot that day. So he was like, oh, don't you want to wear your shorts when we're leaving? And like I was like, nah, I'm fine. So I was just walking around in my bikini, walking back to the car because obviously everyone in LA is like with
They
their
have their
bikinis
bikinis
out.
on, yeah.
So I was just walking back to the car, and the next thing I want to hear is, damn, she got a fat ass.
like whoa, calm down.
I turned around and I was like, man, I'm about to fight some motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, like,
She was
whoa.
like, and she came over and she dabbed me up, and I just started laughing because I didn't know how else to react.
Cause what the hell are you gonna do? What the hell are you gonna
I'm a soccer woman, like I
Like,
can do that.
do? You know what I
She
mean?
might be a dyke, but she's still a woman.
Yeah. But what was the next thing we had on the list?
Okay, so the next thing we have was different sex relationships. It's probably a better term for this, but it's like
Yeah.
a guy and a girl being best friends.
Like girl and
Like-
boy besties.
Yeah, like
You know-
can they get feelings? Can they have like attached feelings or no?
You know, they could, because I remember being friends, and I'm not gonna name anybody, but like just being close friends.
Yeah.
You could get to a point where you start you start feeling attracted to the friend, like it happens. But if you're in a relationship, fair enough, and you're close friends to a girl,
Yeah.
fair enough, but there should be boundaries. Y'all should have certain boundaries that you shouldn't be crossing, because if you're a girl that all your friends growing up with guy friends, you're not just gonna not have friends
Yeah.
because you're in a relationship. As far as y'all have boundaries, I think you should be fine.
So for me, I feel like I can talk I could talk in depth on this topic, but like growing up, I was a tomboy.
Right.
I don't know if you remember this, but like
You was a nigga.
I was a tomboy. Like
She was a nigga.
I never loved wearing any like I think my first skirt that I ever bought outside of like school uniforms was probably when I was like 16. Like I hated wearing dresses, skirts, anything of that sort. And then when I became a teenager and started actually like, developing like a big ass and boobs and whatever, like and then when, our brothers traveled, I wasn't hanging out with guys no more. But even still, like a majority, if not 99% of my friends back home in school and when we're not in school were guys.
Right.
And the thing is, for me, I never had an issue hanging out around guys because like there was just less drama. Like I never had to worry about like hurting someone's feelings or someone gossiping or whatever. It was never a thing.
Fair enough.
And,
Girl
like,
friendships are kind of crazy.
That's why I never had any girlfriends, because I just could not be bothered. Like it was just too much drama for me. And so like that's one of the reasons obviously why people hate them in school. But as it relates to like guys and girls, I knew, like, believe it or not, someone said this on TikTok that like when it comes to girls and guys have like being best friends, the females especially, do you know that dude that says something and he has his phone and he's like, come here, and zooms in and he like, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So
Does
he
all the food review,
Yes.
the fast food, and
the
stuff like that.
yeah, and he also does like fun facts about,
Yeah,
like,
and he'll
random
zoom
shit.
in on his
He'll
mirror.
zoom in,
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the one who said this. He said that I don't know his name, I would have shouted him out, but he said that women especially, they know when their best friend or like mutual friend that's a guy is in love with them. And like I could not relate more, because like I knew when my friends had a crush for me, but then like obviously I didn't want to like lose the relationship or like just lose the friend point blank. So I kind of just pretend like I don't know what's going on. And whenever whenever I hint that they're about to tell me their feelings, I would just kill it before it even comes out of their mouth.
Facts.
Like I would just like dead before it even comes out of their mouth. And so that's how I handled like girl guy relationships. And of course, like I never made I've never made anything obvious or gave them mixed signals as if like, oh yeah, I'm entertaining like you liking me or whatever.
You know,
the fuck.
I'm
But,
such a
like,
lover girl, and I will catch them feeling super fast. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you super fast, but you're gonna have to take like unless right now, like as I'm getting older, I'm good at verbalizing my feelings and getting out there. If I really like somebody, I'll tell you like, you know what, I'm thinking this is serious, and you know, I want this to be a serious something. But back then, it would take Jesus to get it out of me that I like you.
Yeah,
I would
no.
like you, Claire. I had a friend that I really liked, but I would never say it. I would never get it out. And as a matter of fact, my very first boyfriend, we started off as friends. We were very good friends, and then at some point, I guess he started liking me, and then he told me, and then boom, we dated for like a year and a half or 2 years. But like we started off as friends, you know.
Yeah. No, for me, like I was very good at those relationships. Like I was good at like drawing the line. Literally, I want to say like, I don't want to, get big headed, but I'm pretty sure, I am positive that like a big amount of all my guy friends at some point had crushes on me, but like because of the way I shut it down, and I didn't have to necessarily tell them like, yo, if you have feelings for me, kill that shit. Like, because some women are like that.
Some people are like,
yeah, they'll get
quit it.
Right. But I didn't want to verbalize that, but like I very steadily killed it to a point where like it was just like he knows what, like he just knows that like she's not available.
I feel
it's either like I would always just say like, oh, I'm really in love with my man's, like, I really like my relationship, just stuff like that, so he knows that he doesn't even have a chance.
Yeah.
And one thing too is like I would never take my relationship problems to them
Because they will try to spoil it.
it's not just that.
They will ruin it so they
these
can jump in.
Most of these guys don't care that you're in a relationship. They're waiting on their turn.
Oh, hell yeah.
So the minute you tell them that like, oh yeah, like, I don't think like, like this relationship is not working out. You're getting with them.
I wonder about that dude. He don't deserve you. You know what I'm saying? Let him go.
Point blank. The legit was guys that asked me out, and I told them that I have a boyfriend, and they're like, I don't care. There was this one guy, I don't know if by the time when you went
Back
to
home,
Progressive,
they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
They don't care.
Like, there was this guy like, I don't know if when you went to Progressive, like he was still there, but apparently his parents were very rich, and so like he tried asking me out, right? And keep in mind, at the time when he was asking me out was towards the end of the year, so I knew all the little chicks that he's been dating, right? So he gets to me, and I guess I must have hurt his feelings really bad, because he asked me out, and I said the same thing I said to all the other guys. I was like, no, I'm in a relationship, I'm cool, and plus I don't feel you like that. So I guess his feelings must have been hurt. So he comes to me the next day, and he's like, I have money. Like, I'm rich. I could buy you this. I could buy you that.
Whoa.
This nigga's telling me about his whole family history. Like, my dad is a this, my dad is a that. Like, I have all this money, yada, yada, yada. I told him, if I was not interested in you before, I'm even like, you're like
not
right
interested now. You give me the
like
ick.
off the charts.
You know what I'm saying?
Like right now, you're giving me the
Like, how
ick
dare
of
you
the
try to
icks.
stand over here and tell me about money? Like, that's the worst thing a guy can mention. By the way, let's talk about it. That's the worst thing a guy can do. Try to like buy me off with money. It's like,
I mean, granted, there is, let's be honest, there is girls
work.
that like they've gotten with guys for that one simple reason
Then
that they have,
you know,
that
I'm
money.
like,
Yeah, they
I'm like, fair game.
those girls are like running with their tails wagging.
Yeah, I'm like, fair game to y'all. You know, you do what you want to do, but it's like, personally, a guy can, and you know what? I did have a guy that this how the story went, right? I'm not gonna drag it. My friend pretty much told me, because I was about to go to Houston when my friends came down here for vacation. So we're about to go to Houston, and my friend back home texted me like, yo, I have this friend, he's sick in the hospital. I think he had cancer or some shit. And she's like, he's sick in the hospital, he has cancer, could you visit him when you get to Houston? I'm like, all right, cool, I could. So I was like, but before I go to Houston, you should give me this person's number so I can get acquainted with the person, because I'm not just gonna pop out at Methodist and show up at Methodist.
Please don't tell me they lied about having cancer.
No, I didn't even get to the point to know if that nigga was lying or not. But, he calls me. Well, she gave him my number. Well, the thing is, he wanted my number, but she had to ask me first. So she gave him my number. And so he texts me. And I was like, oh, yeah, she told me about this. I come to Houston on this day. I'm going to stop by the hospital, because she told me if I could buy him flowers and take that. And I was like, all right, cool. I can do that. So we get there. Well, I didn't get to Houston, but like he texts me and I answer. He's like, can I call you? And I'm like, all right, cool. So this nigga called me and tried to rizz me up and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling it, you know, like you're not
You're
that
supposed
cute,
to be
but
sick.
I'm like, I thought you were
all
sick.
due respect,
Yeah,
you're
and I was
supposed
like,
to be
okay,
sick.
can you send pictures so I can know who I'm talking to, right? This nigga gonna send me money. He gonna send me pictures with him holding a stack of money, singing, and I'm like, ew. I saw it and I was like, ew, what is this? Like he was holding a stack of money, singing, and I'm like,
The stack of money is the worst for me.
yeah, but like he sent me a picture holding a stack of money, singing, and I'm like, okay, like you know,
No, the stack of money is the worst.
I'm
for
like,
me.
the fuck? That's what was going on in my head, right? And then we're talking on the phone. He's like, okay, so what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just started nursing school, you know, like he's like, okay, what are you coming to Houston for? I'm like, I'm coming for vacation. And the whole time in my head, I'm thinking like, I don't think he's sick. You know, I don't think he's sick. Anyways, fast forward, later on that night, he keeps texting me, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to work now. You know, like, I guess I'll talk to you later. And then the next day, he calls me in the morning, right? It was like 30 minutes. This man is just going on about how much money he has, how much money his family has. I'm from a family of doctors. You know, girls always try to throw themselves at me. And guess what? I just blocked him. I was like,
I would have hung
because
up.
who do you think you're talking to? You know, like, it's not like I don't got shit going on for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of girls have you been talking to before? That you think I'm just gonna be like,
that's a big thing for me. Like if you want to talk,
you're not gonna
to me,
flaunt
like,
your money at me.
Yeah, you start bringing money into the chat. Like,
Yeah.
we're finished.
Okay, I don't know if y'all heard the question, but Ryan was asking that we need to get Ryan a mic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Anyways, Ryan was asking that how do we feel about friends being exes? I don't know if y'all got the question, so I just had to reiterate it.
Mine is absolutely not.
I think so too. You know, I'm like, absolutely not. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. One of my exes, my very first boyfriend, I still talk to him pretty often. Not often, like every single day, but like we'll wish each other happy birthday and stuff because like he was a cool person.
Well, that's not like a best friend. That's not like best
That's
friend.
not
That's an
besties, you know,
acquaintance.
and exactly, that's an acquaintance. And
Yeah.
like I said before, and this was in 2014. That was my first boyfriend, you know, it low-key childhood friend type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I used to talk to him, but an ex that I was like invested in, nah, you know. And
For me, when I cut someone off, we're done.
we're done, you
if
know
I
what I'm saying?
cut you off, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
like,
and-
or like what? I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. I've been in relationships. Like, this is me being like 1000% honest. You would never catch me texting them saying happy birthday or happy Valentine's or happy.
Yeah.
Fuck off. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Yeah.
And like, this is me being respectful to my partner. I have no
course.
business having that conversation. Now, if I meet you in person, I'm gonna be civil.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
I'm gonna like say like, oh, how you doing or whatever. But if it was like a bad relationship, like my last relationship, I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
Fly on the wall.
Especially
You know what I mean?
if it was bad, I don't know who the fuck you are. That's what I'm saying. Like my very first relationship, he was a cool person and genuinely like he's a super nice dude. And I would like text him happy birthday. He was super happy for this podcast when we were about to start. You know,
Yeah.
like he's actually a good person, a good friend. But anything after that, I don't know y'all.
Yeah,
niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
type
would,
shit,
I
I
would
don't.
say it's like circumstantial. Like if it was,
It's
a good
very
relationship,
circumstantial, for sure.
Then like we can still be acquaintances.
Hell
and
yeah.
I could still be civil with you.
Yeah.
But if it was like a relationship, like my last relationship, I'm sorry, you're a fly on
If
the
you
wall.
text me, I'll call the cops.
Yeah, you're a fly on the wall. Like,
Yeah.
that's just that. Okay, guys, so we've gotten to our segments, and last episode we actually said we're gonna come up with a name for our segment. So we have come up with a name for it.
We sure
It's
have.
gonna be called Teach Me What I Don't Know. So that's gonna be the name of our segments. Again, just to reiterate what the segment is about, we basically ask each other 4 questions, and these questions have to be from different fields, right? And we're just starting off with our field. So I'm in the business field, so I'd ask her business questions. She's in the medical field, she asks me medical questions. Of
Yep.
course, it might change as you know time goes on, and also as we get guests, it might change. But
Of course.
But yeah, let's tap into it. So yeah, go ahead. What are your 4 questions you have for
Okay,
me
so
today?
I am gonna start asking the questions.
Yeah.
And
Let's see what you got for me today.
The last time you did pretty good, I guess.
I
You-
did better than you did.
You did better than
Yeah.
I did, I guess. You're not doing good this time because I have chemistry and you sucked
Shit.
at chemistry.
Yeah, no, chemistry
so
was not my forte,
the first
like you
question is, what is the third element on the periodic table? Do you know what a periodic table
I
is?
do know what a periodic table is. Like I fucking hated that shit, but I know what it is.
So what is the third element?
Nitrogen.
Jesus. How do you get that?
Am I right?
No, bitch. What the fuck do you mean? Am I right? You have hydrogen, helium, lithium is the third element. lithium.
But nitrogen is one of them, isn't it?
Yes. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon,
I don't gotta
nitrogen.
know all of it. Nitrogen is one of it. Okay, but at least I got one. On to the next.
That's not what I was asking you. You didn't at least get nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't at least get nothing.
Okay,
Anyways,
I failed.
second question. Because you like the word atom so much, what is an atom? What is an atom? Because I guess you like that damn word so fucking much.
Okay, so an atom is a tiny beady substance found in okay, I don't know where it's found, but I know it's a tiny little substance.
Found in what?
Joey, you don't know where it's found. You are an atom. You're made up of atoms.
Oh, so it's found in the human cell then.
Oh, my God.
What are you talking about, bro? Like,
Okay, you definitely got this.
yeah. So an atom is a, and I'm asking you chemistry. So why? Oh Jesus. Okay, so an atom is a basic unit of a chemical element. That's what it is.
I got the tiny little part right.
I guess you got that part right since you want to get some right. You know what I'm saying? My third question is, what are the forms of water?
Oh, I remember them teaching this. I do remember them teaching this.
Okay, answer.
I don't remember.
Damn, I'm gonna die, bro. Like, it's pissing me off. What do you mean you don't remember? You drink water every day, right? What are the forms of water?
Oh, yeah. I think I know. So there's solid, there's liquid. My brain just started working. There's solid, there's liquid, there's powder.
Whoa,
Powder?
whoa,
No powder?
Water?
whoa.
There's solid,
Whoa.
there's liquid.
What is steam?
There's mist.
Jesus.
Oh my God. What?
Mist?
Mist?
Bitch, what are you on, bro?
Hold on, you guys are stressing me out. Let me think.
The three
There's solid.
okay, think about mist. The three basic forms of water. If you have solid, if you have liquid, what are you gonna get automatically? What is mist?
It's in the air.
What is in the air? Can I even ask that?
Saturated water. I don't fucking know what's the third one.
It's a gas.
Oh,
It's
gas.
gas.
Oh.
Bro, like
Oh,
Solid, liquid, gas. That's why I said, what is steam?
you suck, bro. Like you suck. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally suck. It's unbelievable. Me and Ryan have headaches. You suck.
no,
Dog,
like I'm not good under pressure. Like I have
no,
to think.
it's
I'm
no.
not-
I didn't put no pressure on you. You
guys
suck
did. You guys was like, why do you not know?
because you
I
said
don't know.
mist.
You basically just said another version of what I just gave you.
That's crazy.
I said steam, you said mist. That's the same shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna fry you on mine. You guys are laughing at me.
My last question is, on the human body, how many bones are found on the human body?
52,
52?
32.
So the only bones you have in the body are your teeth? Like,
No. I think is it in the hundreds?
yes.
152.
Jesus. You need to be stopped, bro. Like, you need to be stopped. What are you talking about?
I think I've heard someone say 52. No? 132. It has a 2 in it.
No, it doesn't. Well, it does. It's 206.
Oh, see?
See what? See what?
You weren't even close.
You're not close. It's too. Oh my gosh. Ask me a question. She clearly sucks.
Everything you got wrong.
She got everything wrong. She sucks. Go ahead.
Man, now we know there's 202 bones in the body. Or
206, please.
You still
Oh,
got it
God.
wrong. You knew the answer. Come on now, Joey.
Oh my God.
Okay, you guys thought I was a dummy today, which I was, which is fair.
Yeah, you were.
But let's see if you know these shit. This is supposed to be regular stuff that everybody knows. Because
Don't say that now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be regular stuff that everybody knows. Okay, define a balance sheet.
You think you're slick? You think you're slick?
Define a balance sheet.
What you mean everybody knows?
Everybody knows. You know what that is, don't you? Okay.
Okay,
define
a balance sheet.
Yeah.
It's a thing where companies use to balance, I guess, their profits and losses.
So I'll give you a hint. Okay. The first hint, a balance sheet is one of the most important documents. There's three important documents, right? For a business. So a balance sheet is one of those documents. And then the second hint, a balance sheet consists of three main things. It consists of assets, liabilities, and equity. Now, assets are on one side, liabilities and equities on the other side. And whatever number is your assets has to equal whatever number your liabilities and equity is. So that's a hint. Now define what a balance sheet is.
A balance sheet is a piece of paper that companies have that has assets on one side and liability on the other side that balances your assets and liability.
You fucking
Boom.
idiot. You just repeated what I just
She
said.
told me the damn answer.
I gave you a hint.
It sounded like the answer to me.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to define it since you don't know what it is. A balance sheet represents an organization's financial position at a certain point in time by displacing its assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. So basically, a balance sheet basically tells the company if they have money or they don't have money, if they're broke or they're rich. That's what a balance sheet is.
Makes sense.
Okay.
You know what? I'll give her a half for that.
No.
You did say
No.
You gave her the hint.
No.
And then she kind of like.
No.
Didn't I say that earlier? And didn't I say profit and loss
No,
too?
it has nothing to do with profit and loss. She did not define it, so no, she's not getting it.
I
No.
do.
I'm the judge.
That's
Like,
0 points.
I don't know
Okay.
about you because you wanted to explain all that shit that I didn't ask for, so I
Okay.
get a half.
Next
you know what I'm
question:
saying?
define an accounts payable.
You think you're slick with it? What the hell is a payable?
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable. Okay. Accounts payable. So you have an account, right? And payable. I don't know what an accounts payable is. I'll just take the L on this one.
You don't know?
even.
Okay, fine. So in a business, right? There is like, let's say like I own a business, right? I'm going to have things that are delivered to me either in like goods or services, right? So let's say a service might be something as simple as like like internet, right? Now in my business, that is a service. So me paying them like every month, and bigger services would be like, I don't know, like machinery in my business or whatever. So me paying them has to come out from an account called accounts payable.
Oh, okay,
So
that
that's
makes sense.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. But
Nice.
in definition, accounts payable is the money that a business owes to other entities for provided goods or services. And this concept represents when a business has received a good or a service, often bought on credit, but has not yet paid for it. So that's basically what accounts payable is. So she doesn't get a point for that one.
No, I gave her a real shot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this one I like because I'm not giving you a hint. What am I doing? Okay. Define the term amortization.
You think you're slick with this
You
bullshit?
need to stop saying
and
I think I'm
let me
slick.
tell. What did you say? What did you
Use
say
your
was?
mind. Define the term amortization.
I never heard that in my life. What amortization? Amortization. Key
Yeah.
you there, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Amortization.
Yeah.
I don't either. So
You think you can throw heavy words there like that? Wait for the next segment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So amortization is basically what it is, right? Think about paying a mortgage or like me paying for my car, right? Now they're going to come up with something called an amortization sheet. And what that is they're going to break it down. Let's say like I have to pay for my car for like 62 months or 72 months or whatever, right? They're going to break it down. They're going to add, like the interest, whatever I have to pay in interest and everything like that is added on there. And then they'll create a whole sheet, right? Saying, okay, I'm going to pay this on this month, on January, February, March, and so on and so forth. And they're going to draw, like literally come up with a list for all 72 months. And that list or that whole thing is called an amortization schedule. That's
You
what
know
it's
how
called.
when you watch YouTube videos and people are explaining shit that you don't know and them numbers are flying out? Them numbers was flying out of your head right
Okay,
now.
well, let me define
'Cause I
it.
don't know what the hell.
So an amortization is a process of repaying a debt in regular installments over a specific period of time. Lenders or other entities calculate amortization based on the total amount of the loan and the agreed upon interest rate, typically paid monthly. The payment represents a combination of interest, cost, and the loan balance, which is basically what I just explained to you. But yeah, whenever you get a house or you get a car loan, they're going to give you documents, and basically an amortization schedule will be in that document. An example is when we got this couch. Remember, they gave us that sheet with all the months of when we had to pay it, and then there's this big total at the bottom. That is an amortization schedule or amortization sheet.
How come you didn't tell me that this big was sick that time? You could have told me then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, you get the L, the L, because she filled that one. Okay, so the last one, what is a compound interest?
I know what a compound interest is, and I'm not gonna use no business terminology, but I'll tell you what a compound interest is. So you have money, right? And let's say you put money somewhere and it's building up interest, and if that money stays on there, the interest is gonna be compounded, and that's a compound interest.
You can't use the word to define.
No, you got that wrong. That's not what a compound interest is.
You want to try again?
Okay, so you have money. Let's say you save up money and you make like interest on the money. You don't take out that interest and you add more money to it, and the interest is compounding. That's compound interest.
So you have the idea.
I do.
Yeah, so you get like a 0.5 because you have the idea.
Yeah,
But in definition, a compound interest is the amount of interest earned on a loan or a deposit based on the initial amount plus the interest calculated over time. So compound interest will depend on like whatever percentage your interest is. So say your interest is, I don't know, 5% or 10%. The compound interest will be like over, like let's say it's 10% over 10 years. So basically they'll calculate that 10%, however much it is, and multiply it by 10 years or add it up by 10 years. And then whatever that overall amount is, that's your compound interest. So whatever you were saying before, that's not it.
Wow. She just taught me some shit I didn't know. And that's the purpose of this segment. Because you call it amortization. You're
So now-
mad. You're mad. Let
What
me,
do you think, Joey? Did she give a full point or?
No, a half point.
All right.
So in total, you get like 1.5 over 4, while I get 0 over 4.
you
on
you
this
got
one.
0
You got 1 point because you got 0.5
And
0.5.
Yeah,
You got 0.
yeah.
Because you
I'll
didn't
take
know what
that.
gas was. And I guess we're learning some stuff from here because amortization.
So now you know what an amortization. So if
The
you
fact that I pronounce it like this
you
is
go,
funny.
if you ever go to go buy your car, ask for that. Tell them you want to see an amortization schedule, and it goes with anything. Like,
that makes
you
sense
know,
because
the house
I
or
know the
whatever.
document you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
didn't even know that's what it was
They will
called.
break it down, break all the months down. They'll tell you. So how it is like they'll add your interest. Interest is actually shown on your amortization schedule because you get to see how much you would have spent on interest. And sometimes they tell you like if you spend more, how much you would save on interest, whereas
Right.
how much you spend more on interest. So that's basically what it is.
But it was a good episode, you know.
So we've come to the end.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and connect with us on Instagram, Twitter. We don't have a Twitter. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And that's it for this episode,
That's
guys.
it, guys.
We'll see you guys in the next
one.
episode.
Bye.
Bitch. Whoa. I'm fighting for my life, dog.